All right, so we have our papers this morning, and I want to say good morning to Apioko. Apioko, how are you doing?
Bonjour, I'm fine. Ojeko. Ojeko. Do you know the response? Ojimra.
Ojimra.
Yes.
Okay.
So Ojeko is good morning.
Which?
It's Ga. Ojeko.
Really?
Yes, Ojeko.
Mayo.
So since you like Ga ladies,
yeah.
Let me tell you if you didn't know, he likes the Ga sisters.
But who doesn't?
Yeah. So Ojeko, and then the response is Ojimra.
Ojimra. Okay. I get you. Yeah. All right. So this morning, our quote of the day, we're talking about, the fact that ugliness with good character is better than beauty. It's actually a Nigerian proverb.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I was alluding to the fact that we also know that beauty is skin deep. And literally, all that has to happen, no matter how gorgeous you look outside, it's just some accidental hot water.
Precisely.
On your skin,
and that's
suddenly
the end.
everything is gone.
That's the end.
So is that really beauty? If it's that shallow?
You're reminding me of when I was in high school. So, I did the International Baccalaureate Diploma.
Yeah.
And there's a component of the diploma that's called the theory of knowledge. It's compulsory. So regardless of what your electives are, whatever you study, everybody has to study the theory of knowledge. Okay. And it's very philosophical. It gets you to question what you think you know. Yeah. And I mean, you can ask you a question like, what color is your tie? Yeah. Oh, it's purple, it's pink.
Are you sure? Prove it.
Exactly. But we had to do TOK essays, presentations. Yeah. And my group presentation, we looked at what constitutes black beauty in the 21st century.
Oh, wow.
And this is me when I was, 17, 18. And we had to do this. And a lot of the things that we looked at were, like you're saying, beauty is not skin deep. So in the first place, black beauty, what is that? We should look at beauty more from a larger humanity perspective. Okay. And one of the, the little things, you know how they say somebody can be so beautiful, but if their character is terrible, all of a sudden they don't look beautiful to you anymore. It's true. And that's true. A lot of the things that attract us to people. So I think that's the reverse of this. Precisely. So a lot of the things that attract us to people or allow us to see them as beautiful actually have to do with what's from within. So it's not about what you look like on the outside. It really isn't. Everybody is beautiful in his or her own way. In fact, some people, they say, are fearfully made, others are wonderfully. I know people have spun that, in different ways. But some people, their beauty comes from their character. They own a room. They may not have the nicest skin. They may not have the longest hair. They may not have the fullest beard, but let them enter a room and you can't help but admire them and possibly even develop a crush, But then somebody can also have all the beauty and be dripping with what we consider to be beauty and let them open their mouth. And it's such a terrible, cantankerous human being you're dealing with that all of a sudden you don't see that beauty anymore. All you see is the ugliness that's come from without. So, I mean, lesson this morning is, regardless of what you look like or how beautiful or handsome you think you are, your character should speak, your integrity, your virtues, your values, your principles, all the things that actually make us human beings beyond what you see. Those are the things we should be focused on.
Absolutely. Fantastic. I love it. Anyway, well, we have the dailies here. And very interesting stories on the front pages of our newspapers. And we have on the front page of the Daily Graphic, we have President calls on U.S., China, India to join ICC. Right. Also, security strategy on Galamsey undergoes revision. Don't be swayed by unjustified criticisms. CJ inspires judges. Okay, government and IMF negotiations, transparent engagement are focused. This is coming from the finance minister. Yeah.
And we've got the Ghanaian Times here. There's a picture again of the finance minister there. IMF negotiations, restoring macroeconomic stability, our goal, says the finance minister. And then there's a picture there of President Kufuor. He's in a hot conversation, with someone from the ICC. Let's strengthen ICC to prevent conflicts around the world, says the president. And then there's International Day of Awareness of Food Loss and Waste 2022. Stop food waste for people and the planet. Okay, that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
And then 10 IOCs owe Ghana $2.77 million in rental fees arrears.
Wow.
Yes,
Okay.
10 IOCs owe Ghana $2.77 million in rental fees arrears.
So why are we not collecting?
Well, we're in Ghana, we are sitting here.
Yeah. I know.
You see, I think a lot of the time the thing is we like this, oh, maybe they don't have, oh, everybody's suffering, oh, the system is hard. But you see, sometimes if you don't crack the whip, people will get away with what you allow them to get away with.
They know, they just have to give
see,
some
and then the rest of us will suffer in the end. There's somebody is on $2.77 million and we are sitting here saying we don't have money.
Anyway, Business Finder has these headlines. Analysis of debt not concluded to warrant debt sustainability talks. This is coming from Furiata, Finance Minister. And okay, I like to point out some of these things, but look, Finder, you look how you have spelled Furiata's name. Is that the spelling of Furiata's name?
Please, our friends at the Finder.
Demand for petroleum products records 41% increase in 2021. This is coming from CEO of the MPA. And Energy Minister seeks investors for Ghana's 5 oil blocks in USA.
Okay, then the Chronicle. Oforiatta assures Ghanaians financial sector will be protected in the IMF negotiations. And I think that's been a concern of a lot of the citizenry, that we'll go and sign something that will
sell ourselves short.
Exactly. It becomes a harness around our necks, a noose around our necks, and it's something that's supposed to help us actually ends up hurting us or killing us, worst case scenario. So he's assuring Ghanaians that that will not be the case. NLA marks 60 years today.
Okay.
National Lottery Authority. That's interesting. Ghana will still rely on fossil fuel for a while, says the Vice President. Okay, and there's a picture there of Mustafa Hamid, Honorable. He's an MPA, National Petroleum Authority CEO, addressing a conference. And that's a quote from the Vice President. Ghana Immigration Service boss sues TV3 for 20 million Ghana cedis.
Okay. I wonder what the matter is.
Well, it says here that the Media General TV3 Network Limited and their morning show icon Johnny Hughes might be paying the Controller General of the Ghana Immigration Service, GIS, Kwame Aswatichi, 20 million Ghana cedis in the event that they are found guilty in a lawsuit brought against them by the latter. In the writ of summons filed on September 27 this year at the High Court by the Controller General, Mr. Techi is seeking, among other things, 20 million Ghana cedis in damages from the defendants due to defamatory statements made against him. He averred that Johnny Hughes, who is an employee, servant, or agent of Media General on TV3 between August 24 and September 23, 2022, on a morning show segment, made certain defamatory statements to the effect that the Controller General was allegedly engaging in corrupt practices as well as abusing his office. So I don't know how that's going to play out in court. I don't know what the details of that were, that's leading to the defamation case, but let's see how it goes. And then, of course, the Chronicle has a scripture reading. Isaiah 4:10, fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I'll strengthen you, I will help you, I will uphold you with my righteous hand. I think that's a good quote, a good scripture reading for the suffering Ghanaians.
I know, right? Yeah, so we have, let me just do a couple more newspapers here. Well, one more. I'll do one more newspaper here. I have the New Crusading Guide, and it says, enforce law against Galamsey. Occupy Ghana charges Ekufuado. IMF negotiations on smooth path. Is coming from Furiata, says parties yet to conclude on debt sustainability. FA Global Estate and others convicted over Seto Engineering, Apollonia, Kubik Chrome land. And Chinese hijack gold mine at Wassa Achampim against local content law.
Okay, and then CitiNewsroom.com. Top stories. IMF deal before 2023 budget would be bad for Ghana, says Atuforsin. IMF deal again. Debt restructuring will severely hit local banks, says Joe Jackson. Ghana must prioritize restructuring debts owed bilateral partners, says an economist. UTAC threatens strike over book and research allowance. And then securing IMF deal before 2023 budget is possible, says Richmond Etuahini.
All right. Well, let's go to citynewsroom.com for more stories. Also, go to Ghana Weekend. Some interesting stories on the GTA versus Kirani Ayat and all of that. All right. So, sports is next. Let's go for sports.